Hi everyone, Namaste. And as we are celebrating the global yoga movement as a part of our project, and we are celebrating Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam across 20 countries, 111 participants. We are promoting health, happiness, peace, and unity together. So we have today Ramya ji with us, and Namaste Ramya ji. Welcome to the show, wherein we are going to promote health, happiness, peace, and unity.
Thank you so much, dear Darshan. I'm so happy that you are in Mexico and I am here in India. And thank you so much for the invitation.
That's true. Mexican in India and Indians in Mexico. So
Yes.
let's start with your message and your journey for the yoga to all the audience of World Mitra program, where we are celebrating health, happiness, peace, and unity across the globe.
Health, happiness, peace, and unity is such an important statement, which is the essence of yoga. I am very, very glad to be here in India. After all of these years, I came to India when I was 17 years old because I started practicing India when I was very, very young and very little by the inspiration of my parents. And when I got involved in the world of yoga, I really wanted to deepen into it. That's why I asked my parents to send me to an ashram here in India. And since then, I have been traveling all over India, discovering all of the aspects of the yogic culture, which is, of course, not only the poses, but so many other things, and especially the values in our heart. That's why I always want to share the depth of yoga, the essence of yoga, which is how we live inside, how we project ourselves into the world to make this a better paradise. So, when I speak about being a good person, because we are talking about the values of yoga, being non harmful, which is ahimsa, no? The first principle, non-violence or absence of violence. That also, of course, includes so many aspects of our life. The way we eat, that should be a peaceful way. The way we live and express our emotions, the way we interact with people, the way we think about ourselves. Because maybe we are not a violent person, a harmful person with other people, but sometimes we talk so negatively about ourselves. So yoga is a path that gives us awareness in all the aspects of ourselves, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we interact, the way we eat, the way we sleep, the way we walk, everything.
Everything.
So
And
when we live in this way, then we can really call ourselves yogis. And this is my intention to share the essence of yoga with the whole world.
wow, so beautiful message. And being a foreigner, you are one of the inspiration. We know each other since like almost 1.5 year, and it been an always a pleasure talking to you and spreading your message, which you being a Mexican or being out of India brings people to India and make them explore the places. And I candidly accept that me being an Indian may not have traveled India so much far and wide. So I would like to know that aspect from you, that how you have taken the spiritual aspect of India through this yoga travel or spiritual tourism. So if you can, take a brief about that.
Of course, when people want to travel to India, many times because they have seen many movies or documentaries or so many things, they get a little, like an impact, because they see a lot of pollution or chaotic way of life and so many things. So many people have asked me for so many years, please show us India because we we cannot travel in the same way we travel to other countries because we don't feel confident. We feel that we will be lost in a world of chaos, or a world of a lot of people and etc. So this has been my way of sharing that within that chaos there is perfection. There is everything, because life itself is not like that, everything is not perfect like we think it should be, but in fact there's always something behind that thing that we really don't understand. So when I bring people, I organize in such a way that they can feel very contained, very, that they can visit everywhere, and I take them with my relatives, my friends, to some schools or Ayurvedic centers or ashrams, temples. And I also like to share the variety of cultures that live and interact here in India, because there are not only Hindus, there are also Muslims or Buddhists. So I take them to different kinds of temples from different spiritual traditions in such a way that we as human beings understand that we are all brothers and sisters.
A
We all
family.
belong to the world. And this is
Mhm.
also the message of yoga, the
Mhm.
message of peacefulness and the message of respect between each other, independently of what we believe, where we have grown, or what we have done, our backgrounds. Yoga is about accepting and embracing everything that is, everything in the way it is.
Wow. So I think this is a much powerful message. We have long way to go. This is just a beginning of International Day of Yoga, and you are true yoga and India's ambassador to the people across the world. How many countries, nationals you serve? Like, which are the countries? Just to name a few.
Well, mainly the people who visit me are Mexicans, because my tours are mainly in Spanish. But and because I grew up in Mexico, so people from Mexico know me. But I am also opening myself now to tours in French, because I also speak French very well. So I have received people from France, and I have received people from London, like from England, from Australia, from Spain, and from other South American countries such as Colombia or Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, some of Americans also. So my spectrum has been growing in the last years.
Great. So, to my audience, both those who are yoginis, I would like to convey a clear message that how Ramyaji from another nation comes and become an ambassador of India, ambassador of yoga, health and happiness, and promoting such a beautiful message. By that way, she is creating a vibrant culture, vibrant community. And even I have got a chance to meet some of her students, which she has taught before 10, 15 years, and they have a high regards for her. So I convey a lot of love, affection, and success to Ramya ji in her mission. May she gets all her dream true and all the supports from World Mitra as we travel. So thank you, Ramyaji, for joining on our program. And we are going to make this live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Those who are watching us can also join this movement for promoting Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam through yoga, through the best practices of getting maturity as we promote this candid uh, uh, practice of yoga as a career.